What's everyone saying? It's your boy Summonix back again. I'm here today outside London Euston station, and in today's video we're going to be heading up to Glasgow on the Caledonian Sleeper in a seat. I'm too poor, I can't afford the bed, so we're going to be taking the seat. You're going to be joining me and we're going to see what it's all about. I've got my tracksuits on, I've got my haul, I'm ready for the ride. So yeah, let's get in there. So if you didn't know, the Caledonian Sleeper is one of two sleeper trains here in the UK. The other one being the Night Riviera that runs from Paddington out to Cornwall, all them far places down south. The Caledonian Sleeper specifically transports people from here, London Euston, up to Scotland, and they've got two services, and we're just going to be riding on one of them. So the Sleeper run the Lowlander and the Highlander. The Highlander goes up to places like Fort William, Aberdeen, Inverness, but today we're going to be travelling on the Lowlander. So I'm actually here much earlier than the normal service would actually leave Euston, because there's engineering works on the West Coast Main Line. Services on the Lowlander and the Highlander are starting a bit earlier. So normally on the Lowlander, the train goes up from London Euston, goes up the West Coast Main Line, stops at Watford Junction, Crewe, Preston, and then it splits off at Carstairs, which is at the south of Scotland. One part goes to Glasgow, one part goes to Edinburgh, and of course we're going to be going on the Glasgow bit. So because of engineering works, our train's going to be leaving at 9:40. So what the train's actually going to do today is going to go up to Wembley on the West Coast Main Line, go on some lovely London Overground tracks, cross over to the East Coast Main Line, and then just go up that way. And then literally we're getting into Edinburgh at like 5:30 in the morning, which is none of my business because that's not me. And we should arrive in Glasgow normal time around 7:20 in the morning. But on real-time trains, it's saying we're going to arrive at 7 AM, even before that. So we'll see what happens. I'm actually going to head into Sainsbury's, get myself a lovely meal deal, because this would be like dinner time right now. So yeah, no, let's get in, see what's the chat in the station, and yeah, see you in there.
As you know, I'm travelling in a seat up to Glasgow. Now, I've used the Caledonian Sleeper many a time, and up to this point, I've had mixed reviews about the service. I'd first travelled on the service back in 2018 when they still had the old Mark II coach sets. They were very tired sets, but they were super comfortable and well worth the money. Since the new trains have come in, it's been quite a shambles, especially during their introduction. I had trains that broke down because their doors couldn't lock. I had one that messed up their brakes. I had one that just didn't have enough staff to go to Glasgow, so they took us all to Edinburgh. But I'm guessing that's more of a staffing thing than an actual train thing. And I had another that the lights and aircon were on full blast all night. Like, I did not sleep a single bit that night. Nevertheless, each time I book another ticket, I'm just a bit more hopeful that the next ride will be better. For this journey, I paid £46.20 for the seat option, with a third railcard discount applied. If you book well in advance, you could easily find a ticket for around £33 with a railcard. Now, Euston has had its departure screens renovated, which was partly to do with the old Euston rush that everyone knows about. You know, that stampede of people rushing for their train even when the platform's just been announced, and most of the folk have reserved seats anyway. Like, if you don't ever feel a slight piece of anxiety at Euston, are you even doing Euston right? When travelling Caledonian Sleeper, you get access to a number of lounges for a couple of hours before and after your journey if you've booked a berth. You'll need to check which ticket gets you into each lounge because they do vary. If you're travelling on the Highlander to or from Dundee or Lucas or Perth, a seated ticket will get you into the lounge when it's open.
So I'm going to check what platform we're on real-time trains. It's probably going to be platform 1 or 2 as usual. But you can't take no guesses, man. You can't take no chances. Okay, we were on there. Let's check. What's is just going to come up as soon as I put it in. So, where's that? Glasgow Central, platform 1. You see, I don't follow the crowd follows me, because give it 2 seconds, everyone's going to be going to platform 1. I might as well, because it's always platform 1, it's always the longest platform. You see, you've got people already waiting there, because we're tactical, lads, we're tactical. Okay, no, they're tactical. Unless there's a train at this platform. Watch. I thought I was a keen bean. Oh shit, okay. Hello, man, damn. Fair. Hey. It's come up on the screen. The onslaught is coming. People are raging already. The good thing with the sleeper is that it's never late unless something bad happens, like bad.
When boarding, there'll normally be a member of staff asking where your destination is, and they'll direct you to another member of staff who will check you into the service.
So normally at the front of the train, it's the Glasgow section. Then at the back, it's the Edinburgh section. So here we have Car A. Car A, that's the seat and coach for Edinburgh. So A, we're coach H. So we're going to be going all the way down to the front. So these are all Edinburgh. So that's Edinburgh check-in.
The trains are long, by the way. So try not to arrive too late, otherwise you're going to be running down that train.
Oh, look at the guys taking photos. Oh, that's so cute. Nice one.
Tonight, we were splitting at Edinburgh. For a seat, it's quite easy. Boss man or boss lady just checks your ticket and takes you off. For a berth, you get instructions on how to use your room key and information about the cooker. When you board the seated coach, there's an area dedicated to luggage storage, which is very hefty. You can get quite a lot up there, you know. Getting to my seat 3A, you're presented with 2 items, and we'll have a look at them in a sec. Let's have a look at the seat then. First, let me just hang up my coat. Give me a second. Here you have a 3-pin plug socket and a USB charging port above. A lovely wide table that comes out and extends, you know, quite a bit. There's a good level of leg space in front of you. However, there is a bit under the seat that might get in the way of your foot if you're quite tall or have big shoes. And there's a cheeky footstool, of course. To the left of your head, you've got a pretty strong reading light. And something you might not have realized is that the headrest is actually adjustable, and it keeps its shape quite well. I guess so. The seat reclines using this button here. It doesn't recline that much, but it's comparable to a seat on Megabus or something. The good thing about these seats is that they don't bother the person sitting behind you, so they can enjoy their £6 ham and cheese panini and chai latte in peace. After a short while, I realized these seats are not comfortable at all. Like, I knew this already. I'm starting to get them PTSD flashbacks from the last few times I've sat in these seats. Well, back to the hall we got when we boarded. There's a seated menu which has a selection of snacks, drinks, soft and alcoholic, and meals too. See, I can't afford that stuff, so my Sainsbury's meal deal was highly appreciated. You also don't get access to the funky club car as a seated passenger, so this would be the only way you could order food. You'd have to press the call button, which is, I think, above the seat. You also get a mini amenity kit containing an eye mask and some earplugs. The The seated coach is presented in a 2-1 configuration, with half facing one direction and the other in the other direction. And when you book, you're able to choose a seat. Above you, there's a bit of luggage space and a personal safe to keep your important belongings in, whilst you dream about Scottish minimum alcohol pricing and expired haggis. Oh, and I can't forget the armrests. The only thing that's missing is a pocket to put some things in. You know, like a bottle of water or the food and drink menu, because they don't have any Sangan or tenants on the menu. 20 minutes late, we leave Euston on our journey all the way to Edinburgh Waverley and Glasgow Central. You know, it's your regular toilet. It works. Well, that's what I thought until I opened up the lid. It was not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv.
That is great. That is not nice. Let's get up. It's like 20 to 4. I was just stopped in Newcastle. My gosh, I totally forgot how loud this train is, man. Oh my gosh, like I've felt every single like left and right and brake and every stop, and my gosh, I feel like the East Coast isn't as bad as the West Coast, but I don't know how I'm getting through this. Like, it is very loud. The Edinburgh lot, I have to be up and off this train in like 2 hours. We've still got another 4, 3.5, so, and we're on the move. So it's back to sleep for me. See what happens. See how I feel in about 4 hours, because honestly at this rate I'm literally gonna get back to the gaff and I'm gonna go straight into bed. So we're on the move. I'll see you later. It's not even 6 o'clock yet. And they're coupling another set in front of us and then taking us to Glasgow. So I might feel a bit of a... Yeah. So it's 7:20. Should be in Glasgow Central in about 3 minutes, but that's not happening. We're currently around Coat Bridge. I don't mind if we're delayed, but as long as it's half an hour, you know, I wouldn't mind my money back. But if it's delayed by 10 minutes, I don't want that. I want 30. And yeah, I think I'll sum up the journey up till now.
As we get closer to Glasgow Central, I feel the need to highlight some thoughts. You know, I feel like I have a love-hate relationship with the Caledonian Sleeper. I complain about so many things, and so many things have gone wrong on my journeys, but I seem to want to book it over and over again. It is a classy way to travel. You know, you're on one of only 2 sleeper trains in the UK. You're traveling in style between London and Scotland overnight, whilst you're saving time during the day. I'd also say the staff are absolutely amazing. The staff are top tier. I can never fault the staff on the Caledonian Sleeper. They work so hard. They are so amazing, so helpful. Even when a train is delayed, broken down, the train starts at Watford Junction instead of Euston, which I had actually once. Of course, you're traveling in the night. The trains leave at 11 o'clock, so that is literally bedtime for most people. You're chilling, you're sleeping, you're waking up at like 6:30, and you're going about your day. 7 o'clock, it's time to go to work. The timings are very convenient and very good. You're also able to bring on your own food, or if you want to try the food on board, honestly, it is actually very good from what I hear. And you know, taking the seated option on the Caledonian Sleeper can be cheaper than traveling by train during the day. Like if you see the prices Avanti and LNER is charging right now, yee, woo, pain. It's not looking good again. But of course there's the negatives. Over time, the tickets have gone up like crazy. It's £330 for a double bed on the train. Like, yeah. Compared to the old trains, these trains are not as good. Honestly, they're less comfortable. They've had problems since they've been in service. It's so noisy. The comfort is not as high as, say, the bus or the old trains, or even the Avanti trains. Like, I know the Caledonian Sleeper is a bucket list thing. I saw a nice little family take a little photo in front of the train. It was nice to see, you know, people are traveling on a sleeper train for the first time. But I honestly think to get the full experience, do the Highlander. Do the service between London and Fort William, Aberdeen and Inverness.
my life. It's too early for this shit right now, man. I'm telling you, oh my gosh. Oh. So that's us in Glasgow. I am shattered, babe. I'm getting home, I'm going to bed. If you like the video, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe as well. Comment what you want to see in the future. Will I be doing this again? If you guys pay for me to be in a bed, yeah. Make sure you like and subscribe. I am gonna go freshen up. And I'll catch you in the next video. See you in a bit. Pow, pow, pow. Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you want me to review the berth one day, you better press subscribe. You better donate me a coffee at my Ko-fi link in the description below. Because right now, the cost of living is cost of living crisising. Also, I can't forget that a number of stations have shower facilities which you can pay £5 for, and you get to use a nice refreshing shower. Honestly, shout out the showers at Glasgow Central. They are absolutely top tier.